Hi all, Brent from Down In It Cycles. We're a mobile bicycle service and repair center in Poncha Springs, Colorado. And I thought I'd go over my setup of my bike and my gear for the Vapor Trail 125. Vapor Trail is a 125-mile mountain bike race. It starts this Saturday. It's a 10 p.m. start. 125 miles, about 17,000 feet of climbing, races through the night, so it's a pretty big endeavor. I've finished it twice. This will be my third. Rocking the Canfield Nimble 9 single speed. I've got this set up with 27.5 wheels. I use Maxxis Recons 27.5 by 2.6, 3C Max Terra. I don't go too heavy on tires for this event. It is a lot of climbing. Wheels that I've hand built myself. Paul Hubs, Lace to Velocity Blunt 35 rims, a White Industries freewheel, and White Industries crank in 170. My gearing is 3220. I run SRAM 9-speed, 970 mountain bike chains. White Industries bottom bracket. I also run White Industries headset. Paul boxcar stem. Single speeds kind of you got a lot of leverage. You're out of the saddle. I think they work better with long stems. So that's a 100 mil. I use, the only thing I carry on my bike really besides drinks is a 1-Up multi-tool. I don't like digging through my pack for my tool. Thompson titanium bar. Thompson Masterpiece seat post. Also running the Paul front hub, again wheels I hand built myself. Paul front hub on also the Velocity Blunt 35, MRP Raven fork 140 mil. I run mechanical disc brakes. I run Avid BB7s with the Avid levers. The BB7s work really well for me. I like them. They're pretty trouble free. They're dialed, working really well. I don't carry a ton of gear on my bike. 2 bottles. There's plenty of aid stations. I'm not too worried about water. I don't like to weigh the bike down too much. Got a few titanium bolts on there for the brake. I run titanium rotor bolts also. I don't know if it saves much weight, but they look cool. And pedals by Giant. It's like a SPD style clipless pedal that they use that works out pretty well. For lights, running an Outbound. And then the Garmin. A couple little notes from my boy. I like that stuff. Run a Giant Romero saddle. I've been running that for a while and I like it. As far as my gear, I guess I'll go to bike prep a little bit. Tire pressure is vital, so I use the Silca Truth Gauge. The Silca Truth Gauge will give you a super accurate reading. So I use that. I maintain my chain with Squirt. It's kind of like it's a wax. You don't, it's not like a hot wax, but put it on a clean chain and it works really well. I went through my whole bike and prepped all my bearings, got a little fill waterproof grease on them, serviced all the bearings. It's in good shape. As far as what I carry when I ride, I did just do a video on this, so I won't go over too much, but I've got my inner tube, tire levers, spare valve stem in a tubeless repair kit, some CO2, quick link pliers, chain tool, quick links, spare brake cable for the BB7s, note from my boy, backup pump and some zip ties. The biggest issue with Vapor Trail, it's long, for sure, lots of single track, nighttime, but it's the cold. When you start at 10 p.m. in Salida, it's not always that cold and there's a lot of climbing. I found that it doesn't get really cold until we're up really high on the course. A little before sunrise, it starts getting darn chilly. So I do wear booties over my shoes. These are neoprene and lined booties from Endura. They're quite warm. I usually have wool socks. Sometimes if it's really cold, I'll put a second pair of socks on, but that usually works. In my pack, I carry a jacket. This is Endura's MT500 freezing point jacket. I always carry another layer just in case. That's my Melanzana. It rolls up real easy. Beanie for my head. I don't start with that. That goes in the pack as well. Cold weather gloves. These are also waterproof from Endura. I also don't start with those. Those live in my pack. I also was on the fence on these, but I'm going to do it. These are the Endura MT500 freezing point pants. It gets cold. I do usually start with leg warmers or knee warmers, but it gets way colder than that. For my hands are a huge issue coming down Canyon Creek. So I carry Pogies. These are moose mitts, and these are super warm. You almost don't need winter gloves under them at all. These roll up real easy, so these will be stashed on the outside of my pack for easy access. Clothing wise, that's really it. That seems like a lot, but that's, you know, for nighttime, 2-3 a.m. when it gets cold, descending Canyon Creek. All of this stuff can get dropped at Marshall Pass. There's an aid station there, so I won't finish the ride with this. All of this stuff goes in my lumbar pack. This is made by Jand. It's called the Herman Monster. It's got a padded, but a stiff but padded back sheet. Really, really nice. I dig this pack. It's big. It carries well. Carries weight well. The little side pockets there, I carry my food. There are aid stations, but I need to eat a lot on the way, and I'll add some gels. I'll stop at one of the bike shops today and grab some. As a backup, I like to keep these little hand and feet warmers just in case something goes bad. I've got those. They don't take up much room. But all of that stuff fits in this pack. It's tight, but it fits. And my again, the Pogies go on the outside. These are not stiff Pogies with like a metal attachment point. They just Velcro on. They're super rad. Probably my smartest choice for this race. Some things that I did not do. I was looking at my shoes. These are made by Giant, and they've got some miles on them. And I've got a spare set. I really like them, and I put the new ones on yesterday, and they're stiff. They're not that comfortable. There's quite a bit of hiking in the Vapor Trail Hike-A-Bike. The soles look good on these. I think I'll be just fine. But I decided not to do the new shoes and stick with tried and true what I have. I do carry a backup light in for Hike-A-Bike, or just some of the sections where I don't need a ton. There's a lot of like nighttime riding, but you're climbing road. I just got like a strap style around my head, a Nebo headlight. So between that and the outbound light on the bars, I should be pretty solid. So that pack will get dropped at Marshall Pass, or at least the gear that's in it. And then I could finish out the rest of the tough part of the ride with a lighter pack, which will be great. But looking forward to it. 10 p.m. start again. My little Nimble 9 dropouts. Again, I think the biggest factor if you're new to Vapor Trail is the cold. I mean, I can't stress how cold it gets. Like at the top of Canyon Creek when you're dropping down, really chilly. Some riders, man, strap all this stuff on their bike. They don't want the weight on the body, and I'm just the opposite. Like I can't. I feel it on the bike. So I keep my bike pretty light and clean, which to me feels better. It's a little bit easier to throw around, nothing wobbling around. So hoping for a great race tomorrow. I'll be super stoked if I could finish in like 20 hours. I single speeded it once. It took me 21 hours. But if I could finish in 20 hours, I'll be very happy. If you're considering doing Vapor Trail, I hope this helps you out. Thank you.